Almost out of nowhere, Maxo Kream and Tyler the Creator came together to drop a new track titled Big Persona. Presumably this is off of Maxo's next album, which doesn't have a title or anything yet. We're just making wild assumptions here. But this track just goes hard for no reason on a Tuesday morning. So let's go bar for bar and break down these lyrics. If you're new here, these breakdowns are where I go through and give my interpretation of lyrics to a newish song. My interpretations are not always correct, so if I've missed something or misinterpreted anything, let me know in the comments below, because then everyone gets to learn a little bit more. So yeah, like I said, this track kind of came out of nowhere, and the track is titled Big Persona, which I'm assuming is because of Maxo's new clothing line, like his streetwear line, which is called Persona. So given Big Persona, like it's him, but also Persona's probably making some money now, but also Tyler's been pretty flexy recently, especially with Call Me If You Get Lost. So that's presumably what we're getting with this track. Immediately we get these horns that are really reminiscent of Lemonhead, I believe it was, off of Call Me If You Get Lost, which fits really well. And they do start to fade away, but for Tyler's part, they're perfect. So there's a little bit of an intro. I mean, yeah, they're making money now. This, like I said, this is Tyler's current phase, I guess you could say. He's gotten a lot more braggadocious, which, to be fair, it's well deserved. And Maxo, that's kind of been his vibe a little bit. But then we get right into Tyler's verse. He's like, what y'all talking about? I spent $1 million on the summer house. Like a house that he doesn't even go to regularly, which honestly, that's pretty inexpensive. I mean, I'm assuming it's not in California. If it's $1 million, it's probably somewhere in the middle of America. He just loves it when the sun is out, because everyone's outside. Like, I mean, maybe not so much in the last year or so, but I mean, when it's summer, everyone's outside, everyone's having fun. You can't really do that in the winter. So he's riding around in that thing with the center roof. I believe he's talking about a Rolls Royce, because the video heavily featured Rolls Royces. Also, Tyler loves talking about his cars, so it really could be any other car, but given he's talked about his Rolls Royces pretty frequently in the last few months, I think that's where he's going. And I guess the inside is orange like a cantaloupe. I've never been inside of a Rolls Royce, so I don't know if that's the regular interior color or not. But he got a Grammy, and it's not just the interlude. And y'all just lucky that he didn't snatch the other two, because I believe he was up for a Grammy for Flower Boy. And it was Igor, of course. But also he was nominated for like kind of a Grammy from Frank Ocean's album, because he was contributed to it. So y'all just lucky that he didn't get the other two Grammys. Tyler's at the point in his career where people have finally realized that he is an artist and he deserves to be acknowledged. And, you know, it's just a flex. Not just the interlude. I don't quite know what he means there. Yeah, I'm not too sure what he's saying with not just the interlude. That sounds like it'd be like a song title, and I'm just blanking out, but don't know what else it could be. The lemon that sits on his ring, he references his jewelry as just different fruit sometimes. So in this case, his earring is a lemon. I don't know what color gem that is, or what gem that is, but it was in the video. It was a nice earring, and then he flexed his actual ring, which I believe was green again. But it's just glimmering, and it's just Tyler deserves to flex like this right now, and I love it. Dance on the Moon, it'd be like Sing. That reminds me of I don't remember if it was a movie or a song, but something around along the lines of dancing in the moonlight. Like I can picture it. Like it's just a blue image with the moon coming down and like people dancing there. But I think that's maybe what he's talking about. But it's gone so big and so like far in his career that he doesn't need the moonlight. He's gonna dance on the fucking moon. The neck on lamb mode, so necklace. Lamb mode, I think, is just like a step down from goat mode, is what maybe is where he's going. Or he's just talking about Lambos, and it was just a mistype in the transcription. But if he's talking about jewelry, I mean, he was before, so it makes a little bit of sense. Also, going back to the moon bit, like his jewelry is so shiny that the moonlight is making it glow. Like it, because like the moon obviously is bright, but it's not as bright as the sun or like a direct light source. So if it's bright enough and shines off of moonlight, that's a flex. Sorry, then going on, the boots in blue, the yellow hue, the shit like rainbow, big shit. I think he's just talking about his clothes at this point. Because I don't remember in the video, I don't remember him wearing blue boots, but or yellow hue, anything. But he's basically like, he's not, like Tyler's one of those people that is comfortable wearing whatever. And he's kind of fashion forward in that sense, I guess. So he's like, I just look like a rainbow. Then we get into the chorus. Big money, big cars, big jewels, big y'all, big niggas, big talk, fuck these niggas talking about. Big dreaming, big business, big risk. So again, flexing. He's got a lot of money, a lot of cars, jewelry, a big yard. And these guys are just big talk. Or sorry, he is big talk because he can do it now and he has a way to back it up. So then he has these other people who are like saying the same thing essentially, but they have no way of backing it up. So he's like, what the hell is you even talking about? And then him saying big dreaming, big business, big risking. Yeah, I mean, if you follow Tyler's career, you've seen his trajectory. Like he's been very business forward, business oriented. He has golf, he has Camp Flogna. I mean, all the accolades that he mentioned on Call Me If You Get Lost. But they were all risks to some extent. So the fact that he's made it with all those risks and from where he originally came from is a big deal. And then it repeats the chorus again. Just big winning, big living, big shit. Just kind of carrying on the same sort of trend. Like, we're winning. Like even through all these risks, we're still winning. But it's whatever. Like, he kind of plays it off like it's not a huge deal. When, I mean, it kind of is. So the beat shifted a little bit through the chorus and into Maxo's verse. So we lost the horns, unfortunately. But, like, it fits Maxo's style a bit better here. Maxo, Biggie, Papa, who you know that do it better? I'm the trap Barack Obama, Betty Crocker used to peddle. Mixing drugs, buddy, little nutty professor with Gazelda. Pockets, Kim and Nicky Parker. He's introducing himself again. Who do you know that could do it better than him? He's the trap Barack Obama. Like, cause I think in that sense, he's like the whole yes we can sort of thing. He's like, yeah, we can make it out sort of thing. Betty Crocker used to peddle. So Betty Crocker is like typically cake mix. Cake mix is typically white. So you get that. But used to peddle. So like some whisks have like the pedal on it. So maybe he's using that to mix the drugs. But him saying, but he loved Nutty Professor with Griselda, I don't know what the Nutty Professor bit is about, but Griselda also talks frequently about cocaine. I mean, coke rap in general. I make more money than Professor, bitch, I'm getting cake. 8-figure nigga, no more section 8. Move mama out the hood. Yes, he makes more money than professors because, I mean, well, one, he's a rapper and he's reasonably successful, but also professors are very underpaid for what they do. At least the good ones. And he's getting cake carrying on the Betty Crocker bit, but also cake in terms of money. We ain't good, bitch, we doing great. Big ass mansion, new estate, friendly neighbors, pearly gates, sipping on the Palmers with my mama chilling by the lake. People go up to you like, hey, you good? Like, or oh, you're living good? But he's like, nah, we ain't good. We great. We've elevated. Like, he got a big ass mansion, new estate, and interestingly enough, he has friendly neighbors. Which, in my mind, when you think of these richer areas, the neighbors probably aren't huge on rappers moving in, but seems he got lucky.
Broke ass niggas love that hate. Can't pay his rent, he always late. I left the hood, they call me fake. Ain't shit realer than real estate.
So yeah, I mean, when people are broke, they like to hate. But I think just haters in general. And then he's just kind of hating on the hater. He's like, yo, you can't even pay your rent. You always late. And then him leaving the hood, yeah, that's something that a lot of rappers want to do. They want to be able to get up out of the hood, but then they're also faced with people saying, oh, you just fake. I'm not opposed to people moving to a place that's better for them and their family, personally. But, I mean, I can see why people would be upset. And then Ancient Realer Than Real Estate. I think Maxo's also on that same boat as people like IDK, where he wants to focus more on investments that continue to increase in value rather than drop and depreciate. So I think that's probably where he's going with that.
All that flex and capping, that's below my tax bracket. Before I buy a bitch a Birkin bag, I spend a bag on ass, big splash.
Okay, and so he's also just like, I'm not gonna be fake flexing because that's below my tax bracket. That's what the brokies do. And then before he buys someone a Birkin bag, which is very expensive, he's going to spend money on assets. Like I mentioned, things that are going to just appreciate in value. Then we get back to the chorus, which is the same as before. And that's the track. It was a quick, 2-minute something track. But they went hard. Yeah, like I said at the beginning, this track is it's flexy, but in a way that's also they're trying to play it down a little bit. At least with Maxo's verse, he tries to be like, yeah, I'm flexing, I got the money, but relax, I'm being smart with it. And then Tyler, this really does seems like a bit of a continuation of stuff from Call Me If You Get Lost, which is not a bad thing. Honestly, at this point in his career, I'm totally fine with him just doing this for a little bit. I think this is technically the first single off of Maxo's maybe new album. We don't know, again, if it's if an album is in the works. Well, I'm assuming an album's in the works, but we don't know what it's going to be called or when it's coming out or what the timeline is. But it's safe to assume that this is going to be on there. Yeah, I was going to say I really do like how Tyler put his own flair on it, but it is produced by Tyler too, so that makes sense. And given that, I'm even more impressed. I mean, I already know that Tyler's a dope producer, but him switching up the beat just enough with that, it was a smooth transition, first of all, but also it fit Maxo style way better than I thought that a Tyler produced beat would. So that's dope. If that's the case with Maxo's album, I'm excited to see what he goes with, because I mean you kind of know what Maxo sounds like on the beats that he chooses, but if he goes with someone who's a bit different, and if he works with different producers, that could be really dope and unique. But yeah, I enjoyed this track. Realistically, not a whole lot's being said, but it's a fun track. It's just hard. But yeah, that's pretty much all I got. Let me know in the comments below if I missed something or misinterpreted anything, because there were definitely parts where I was just not entirely sure what they're trying to say. Also, like and subscribe if you want to see more breakdowns and content like this. Thank you for watching, and please stay safe out there.